Today we're going to talk about present active indicative in the 16th chapter of Mounce's book. So in this discussion about verbs, so for example, numerous times in John's Gospel, beginning with John 6:35, Jesus uses the pronoun ego or I, the first person singular with the verb to be. In the expression ego I me or I am thee. So that has something to remember with the seven I ams of Jesus. For example, Jesus says, Ego aimi ho artos tes zoes. He is pointing, if you want spiritual nourishment, then look to me. Okay, I am the bread of life. Okay, Ego aimi, I am the artos tes zoes. I am the bread of life. Or I am the bread. The other ego aimi verses have a similar emphasis. Anything that we want in our spiritual lives, we can find by looking to our blessed Savior. Okay, there is more, the use of ego I mean. I think some of you have been in my New Testament survey class, right? So I discussed the ego I me in the seven I ams, no, rather, in our observation of the Gospel of John. So what was that? So in the Exodus 3, the divine name, how um how Yahweh introduced himself to Moses is through the ego I me. That's of course the initial conversation we could say was in Hebrew, but the translation during um the intertestamental period was written in Greek, okay? Which is why ego I me houn, no? I am the one who is, which also resounds back or points back to John 8:58. Before Abraham was, I am. So which is about the um self-declaration of Jesus, no? In the Gospel of John. So in this chapter, we will learn the present tense describes an action that usually occurs in the present, that the present tense can describe an ongoing action. Okay, the three parts of a present active indicative is a present tense, stem, the connecting vowel as shown in the previous chapter, and then the ending, personal ending. So the present indicative describes an action occurring in the present. The active voice is used when the subject is performing the action of the verb. And then the indicative mood describes a fact or asks a question. For example, I see the tall man. She describes an action that is being performed by the subject sentence I and at the present time. Because because the verb is present in the present tense. Here the verb see. And of course, the present active indicative, the same as in English, describes an action that normally occurs in the present. It can be either a continuous or undefined action. And then remember, the time of the verb is from the standpoint of the speaker, not the reader. What is present to the biblical writer may not be present to us. Okay? But that is what you call narrative present. Okay? Narrative, it's in the present tense, but it was present many, actually, about two millennia ago, no? Many centuries ago. So you've been introduced to the stem lu. Luo means I destroy or I lose. Lose meaning the spelling is L-O-O-S-E. Like untying something, okay? The chart is one of the most important elements, okay? The lu is the stem and then the o is the connecting vowel or connecting vowel, and then men is the personal ending. Okay, so perhaps we could skip to this just to final review of this. For example, legumen, legete, and then Lego. In the use of Lego, the idea is that there is an Omicron and then another Omicron was added in the last. So two Omicrons results to one Omega. Okay? One Omega, the combination of two. But again, you do not need to take that concept. You just remember the suffixes. That's the most important thing. Aha. So here, for example, the verb legace means you say. If you have the two words su and then anthropos and both look like the subject, the verb tells you that the subject must be su because anthropos is in the third person. Although there's really no clear well, anyway, at least you know that the person you're talking to, the in this case, the personal pronoun takes precedence, no, or becomes the priority in understanding who is the doer of the action in some sentences. So of course, primary endings. We will look at primary endings in the future discussions, and then we've seen voice, active voice. So in this lesson, we will be talking about the active voice only because present, middle, and passive will be in chapter 18. Okay, form of the present active. The forms in our paradigms are listed first, second, and third person singular, and then first, second, third person plural. That will be always the case in parsing or using charts. So the personal endings are separated from the stem of the verb to clarify their identity. Okay, pay special attention to the connecting vowel, personal ending, combination, and what is happening. Uh, so this is the case. Again, the word is luo. I am losing. And this is the lexical form. Okay, lexical form meaning this is in your lexicons, Greek lexicons. This is the entry that you will see in the lexicon. The luo. And notice that it is I am losing or I lose or I destroy. Okay? So, sir, what's the actual it is one word but it can have two different functions in the sentence. Where it is destroying something or it is losing something like a rope, okay? So, luo, I am losing, luo, lues, lue, loomen, luete, luosin, okay? So, practically, this is the word luo is the word that you need to memorize because you will see how this verb will be used in other tenses, no? In our future discussions. Future discussion. So, I'm losing, you are losing, he, she's losing, and then the connecting vowel is an O or an an epsilon, then again, an omicron, te, and then OC. So, you could see that Luis and then Lumen, Luete, Lusin. Okay, so endings, this is just a clarification of the endings. And then I leave the footnotes up to you to read, okay? So the first of the four, okay? There are only two charts. Following is the person is called the master personal ending chart. The forms in parentheses are the real personal endings. Okay. So this one, luo, lues, lue, loomen, loote, luosi. Okay, and then characteristics of the present active with this is a seeming repetition of chapter 15. There's an aspect. The present tense indicates either a continuous or undefined. And then there's time. The present tense form of a verb no, is in the present time uh, as this is the focus of our chapter today, verbs and personal pronouns. So ego agapao, no? Ego agapao Robin. Okay? So you could say si Robin it looks like a capital P in English, but we know that's a capital Ro and it's a name of a person. So there, no? Or you could see ego agapo Robin or simply agapo Robin because agapo it already has a first personal pronoun. Okay, so the translation will be the same unless you supply a different nominative, so that changes the doer of the action. It's no longer a first person, rather it becomes a third person with its name. And then another example, uk hos ego telo alahus su. So uk is not, hos is as or like, and then ego is the first personal pronoun, and then telo. Okay, that's a question. Sige lang, Len, sige lang. And then alhus su. Okay lang yun, okay lang. Alhusu. Not as I will. Ego is I. And then telo is about the will or desire. Okay? This is not the addition to the future tense, no? And then ala is but. But as you will. Su is the second person personal pronoun singular, no? If you take this very literally, not as I will, but like you, but like you, okay? But it doesn't sound good, right? It doesn't sound good. Perhaps because for acquaintance to the conversation between the Lord, the Father, and then the Lord Jesus Christ. Another example, John 4:2. Yesus autos o baptizen alahoy matetay auto. Jesus, okay, autos. So, autos is also referring to Jesus. And usually, this is taken as Jesus himself was not baptizing. But in English, if you've noticed, if you're using the word Microsoft Word, and then you will use uh, himself or I myself or Jesus himself usually sometimes the grammar checker would underline the the himself or the reflexive. So here in the example here, Mounts decided not to uh, translate autos independently, no? They just focus on Jesus. Jesus was not ok ebaptitsen. However, ebaptitsen here is not present tense, okay? Even if the chapter is about the present tense, this is not present tense. Rather, this is um, an aorist tense, no? Was not baptizing, but his disciples. Ala, hoy matitay, auto. Auto is the third person genitive, singular genitive. Is functioning as similar to a possessive pronoun. And then there's gender. When we find autos, it tells us the gender of the subject. No, um, can be used with the verb is first or second person. For example, autei leges. So it is the feminine form of autos, autos leges. So it becomes she speaks, okay? And then the dative form anthropos, which is the in this context receiver of the action with the preposition to, which is a feature of datives, okay, dative singulars. And then you yourself speak to men, okay?
Daddy?
Okay, so summary, the present active indicative describes an action that usually occurs in the present time.
Mommy.
Present tense verb composed of three parts. There's a present, there's a verb present verbal stem, connecting vowel, either an omicron or an epsilon as you saw in the chart. And then primary personal ending. The tense stem is the most basic form. And the indicative mode, if the person ending begins with or nu. Connecting vowels on omicron, the verb must agree with its subject. In person and then number, the present active. You've seen o is oe, omen, and then ete, usin. The real personal ending. Anyway, a movable noun can be added to the third person plural personal ending. So that's instead of usi, it becomes usin. We could see that in point number 6 in the second line. Okay, some of the vocabularies or words to of course memorize, and we will be using them in the worksheet. Okay, so akuo, I hear, I learn, obey, or understand, and then blepo, and then ego is I have or hold, echo rather, sorry, echo, and then luo, I lose, untie, or I destroy. Nomos is law, you've encountered nomos before. Opo is where. Pisteo is I have believe, I have faith in trust. Prosopon, face or appearance. Tote, then or thereafter. Tuflos is the blind, and then kara, here joy and delight. Okay. So, well, again, this exercise will be difficult since you've just been introduced. Okay? You've just been introduced to the verbs. But, okay, so pisteo, you remember pistis, which is faith. So, it has something to do with believing. So, this is the first personal pronoun, or the rather, the, this is first person active indicative because of the presence of the suffix omega. Okay? So that is the stem, pisteo. And then, which is I believe. And then, tenponen auto akues. Okay? The verb there is akues. This is the verb. This is the ending. And then, if you go back to the memory chart, no, luo, lues, luay, luomen, luote, luosin. Luo, luay, so this is second person singular. Ako ace. And then you hear So, ten ponen auto ako eh. So, we know ten ponen is accusative. So, this is the receive or the ones which was heard. Okay? And then there is a supplied there is a supplied um personal pronoun, third person, and we could say we could guess it's masculine. So uh the translation will be you hear his phonen. Okay, what's phonen? Voice. Okay, you hear his voice. Uh-huh. Okay, can you try this one, Johnson? Johnson.
Yes, sir. Exousian, exeo, uios, to, anthrophone,
Anthropo.
anthro,
Anthropo. And
anthropo.
then ek is from the verb I have, echo. But the ending is different, right? So it is,
The Son of Man.
this is third person, so has, okay? AK has.
Okay. So the Son of Man has power.
Yes, power or authority. Good. Next, Kerin, Kerin. Hello, Kerin, you are muted or, yeah.
Sa do Boyes, sorry, post do Cosmo, Cosmo do Bagefon,
No, no, you
Sin,
bleposin.
what's that?
Bleposin.
Bleposin, okay, sorry, Bleposin.
Well, anyway, I will help you with the verb first. Okay, bleposin, since it is just being introduced. Bleposin comes from the verb blepo, which is I see. But bleposin here, it's a third person plural, so it becomes
They,
they see. They
okay,
see. Okay?
okay.
Do
They
you
see the
remember
light,
post? They see the light.
Cosmo world. They see the
Well,
light of the world,
and then Toto, you remember Toto?
of this world.
Yeah, they see the light of this world. Very good. Okay, Kevin, try this one. So there are new words here. Tote is then, and then karas is it could mean joy. Okay.
So,
No, sorry, that's Kevin's time, Kevin. Please read.
so uh, Pate, Ak- Akoman,
Hmm.
Akoman, Thon, No, Norman, Meta, Karas,
Hindi,
Karas.
mali. Yes, tote ako menton, nomon meta karas.
Karas. Meaning,
Ako men is from the verb akuo, which means I hear. But
here.
this is ako men, so this is first person plural. So we hear, Kevin. We hear.
Uh, Visual,
Tote is also a new word, so it's then. It's okay,
then,
Kevin. You just it is just being introduced. It's okay. Then
when we hear,
we hear.
We hear to we hear the law.
Then we hear the law. Meta here functions with joy. Okay.
Joy. Then we hear the law with joy.
Okay, thank you. Johnson, tonde naman.
Ton dinomon to curio o loiti.
Luete is from luo means I destroy or lose. And its ending is ete. Okay, try to analyze.
Do not lose the law of the Lord.
Okay, you do not lose the law. But there's another word for luo is destroy.
Destroy.
So try that.
So
So
do
it
not
becomes, yes,
destroy
do not destroy what?
the law of the Lord.
Good. Do not destroy the law of the Lord. Cherin,
Kai ako a o
to plus.
to close. Okay. To close. Close. Then phonen.
Good.
Phone.
You already encountered akuo. Akue. This one in the yellow. So it is, he hears, right? It's third person singular. He hears. But there is a clear subject. What is the subject?
And the
Okay, Tuflos is blind or the blind man.
and the blind man hears the voice.
Good. And the blind man hears the voice. Okay, so